Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of FTL. After the disappointment of last run, only getting to Sector 3, I really wanted to play another one, so this is actually pretty much in the same play session. I just backed out to the main menu, just so that we could start from a fresh screen, the screen you all recognize. Since I haven't managed to beat this game yet with the Kestrel on normal, since it's been a while, I would like to try and do that. So just as a reminder of our achievements for our layout B, we need to have 6 unique aliens on the Kestrel simultaneously. We have to have every subsystem installed on the Kestrel at one time, which is really hard to do in normal when you don't get nearly as much scrap. Tough little ship, which means we have to get to 1 HP and repair to full. We actually had the opportunity to do that last run, so I'd prefer to not have to do that this run. I'm once again going to be pretty boring with my selection of names. I honestly think this is just the easier way of doing it, just for the sheer fact that honestly keeping track of the different people on the ship is just way too hard. And for me, this just makes it a lot simpler. Instead of having to look at their specialties and see where they're going, I don't have to worry about that. So let's get everybody where they need to go. Pilots and pilots, shields go to shields, and you head to weapons. I find the Kestrel to be my ship of preference, even after having unlocked all the other ones. Man, start out with the store right away. I'm probably not even going to visit it. I think if I go this way, I'm going to have to swing around this way. So I'm going to go this way instead. I don't want to accidentally get caught up in some rebel action. Let's explore the asteroid field. We're risking some hull, but we end up getting some drone parts and 14 scrap. We're just going to keep on trucking. I should really put power into my weapons. So a beautiful view, but nothing else special. We've got a distress signal here, so we're probably going to have to do some combat. Distress signal. Okay, so we've got the defense system, or leave them alone. If we had an NG crew, this is where we would have another option. Let's destroy the defense system from a distance. So, unfortunately, we destroy it. So, they don't have a defense system anymore, but we did get some fuel and some scrap and some drone parts even. I'm thinking about here, seeing if I can maybe get back here. Actually, I'm just gonna go this way because I should be able to get to here from there, and then we'll see where I can get to. Let's defend the outpost. So we're going to be getting engaged here. Looks like we've got a heavy laser and an ion shot. Makes me think we probably want to put something into weapons, but I'm going to try the burst laser first. Okay, so we disable the ion for now. We're gonna get hit by that, which is... oh, that's really bad. Okay, so I'm putting a missile into weapons. Until we get this repaired, let's put some damage onto the shields so that we get a free shot from the burst laser next time. I'd rather not have to use a missile again. But we're repairing those shields. That was really unfortunate that heavy laser managed to do that. Unfortunately, we missed all those shots with that burst laser except for the last one. So it's probably slowly repairing itself. And we managed to take it out. So we took 2 damage, we took some damage to our shields, but we get 2 missiles, a drone part, and some scrap. So we're slowly building up drones, and we got some missiles, which is definitely good. And we actually got some stuff from the station that we intervened on behalf of, which is definitely good for us. So I'm gonna jump over here. I'm probably gonna try and visit one of these and then hop back to here, and that way if we have to, we can backtrack with enough time. Unmanned scout ship. We're going to have to fight it. So it looks like it's got a beam and an ion, which is really bad for us. Really, really bad for us. I'm probably going to have to put a missile straight into weapons, because with that ion, that beam weapon can just shred us. Luckily, I managed to take it out before anything too crazy happens. Put a little more damage into weapons just so that it takes longer for them to repair it. Chances are they will just get the ion up before the beam. They pretty much need both of them to effectively damage us, because the beam can do nothing without the shield, and or with the beam can do nothing without the ion cannon, and the ion cannon won't do any damage to us. It might slow us down destroying them, but it alone will not stop us. So we get 1 fuel, a missile, and some scrap, which is pretty good. We're doing pretty decently on the scrap. We've got at least 3 or 4 more jumps. I really want to... I think I'm going to head back to here and swing away through here. And when I am feeling nervous, we'll see. I'm not going to pay their toll. So they say I'm going to regret the decision. They're pretty well equipped. This is really bad for us. This is really, really bad for us. I need to immediately put a missile into weapons before they get stuff off, because that heavy laser is going to hurt. Alright, so our engine is down, our shield is down. This thing is tearing us apart. I'm putting shots into drone control. If we don't get shield up, like right now, this is going to just absolutely destroy us. Our shields are almost repaired, but their missiles, their weapons are back up. Our weapons are in some trouble. Hopefully our shields are recharging in time. One of them is about to die. I need to put a missile back in, get you out of there. So this is another lost run right here. This is really bad. Maybe not a lost run, that's a little pessimistic, but honestly, we just took so much damage. And if they take one shot at us, we're hosed. We're done for at this point. If like we're just waiting for them to jump. I'm really disappointed by the way that fight went, because they were so well equipped for what they had. It was really unfair. Alright, so the fire is out. Luckily our oxygen is still working. So let's get our imaging back up. We lost 1/3 of our health there. We took a lot of damage and we did not get anything in return, obviously, because we did not succeed. Luckily, nobody died. I think that's the biggest boon of that, is nobody died. We had really only spent 1 missile, but it was really unfortunate that we didn't get anything out of it. I really should upgrade my shields. The problem is I'm hoping for a store, and honestly I don't think I'm going to get it. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to upgrade my shields, because we really needed it in that fight, and we did not have it. So you're going to have it. Actually, why don't you make a quick stop here and help us repair this. Everybody's still at full health. The pilot is not. Your weapons, what am I doing? And now you're full health. Okay, now we're ready to go. Worst comes to worst, we're going to disable the med bay here for now, just so that we can arm weapons. Well, we can't hire them, so we're just going to fight them. We've got 2 shields, though, which is good. They're doing attack drone and what looks like double shot laser. We'll find out, hopefully. Oh, it's a single shot, so we are completely safe here. So I'm just going to target the shields. Our shields will recharge fast enough that they won't be able to get through. Just because I don't like how fast they're firing, I'm actually going to damage drone control. So now they have to choose between their shields and their weapons, and I'm not sure which one I'd rather target. I think I'd rather target the shields. So they're about to jump, but it's delayed because they're too busy repairing other systems, trying to distract us. If we even make it through the shields, we win. So I don't have to worry about where I target. So we get 3 fuel, 2 missiles, and 17 scrap, which is good. 1, 2, 3. We could end up in a sticky situation. If I can't get to the exit from here, we're in trouble. So I'm gonna go and check that out now rather than later. Okay, so we get another burst laser, and we can in fact make it there. I'm debating whether to go there, but I think I'm just gonna jump to the exit. It's not worth the extra fuel it'll cost us to make that round trip. I can trade 2 fuel for 5 missiles. I don't really want that. I'm going to pick the civilian sector over the nebula every time. see what we got. We got a store. I kind of spent a lot of stuff upgrading, so I'm going to jump here too. We can sell this burst laser. I don't really want it. It's a storage cache. I'm going to attack it. You can bet your butt. I think we're actually pretty safe here, believe it or not. This is an ion. It's only one, and that's a beam. So the chance of them being able to get through 2 shields with 1 ion cannon is pretty slim. Especially because they're missing. So I'm just going to be pummeling their shields. Make sure that it doesn't get repaired, and we could optimally destroy them in just a single barrage right here. Sorry, a single pair of barrages. It's not going to happen, but one can hope. One of the things that I don't tend to target is steering, where honestly it could be a great help, because if you ever lose your pilot, you end up losing a good amount of your evasion. Until you upgrade your steering subsystem, you won't see any benefit when you don't have a pilot. So we find an anti-ship drone, so we've got a lot going for us right now. I'm still going to hit this before I go to the store. If you don't have to sell anything, it's better. This is really bad. This is really bad, so I'm going to be using missiles, and we're probably going to end up using shields here to repair stuff. This is a lot. That is a lot of weaponry targeted at me. So I managed to disable a good chunk of it. Our evasion is down to 10%. That is not what I'm worried about, however. Okay, we do pummel their shields, which is great. That is on fire. That's even better. I'd really like to just jump out of here as fast as possible. But we're gonna have to deal with this. Alright. I'm just going to immediately evacuate the air in those compartments, because I don't want to have to deal with it. They die by fire, which is good for us. 2 fuel, a missile, 2 scrap. Luckily, we know we're going to a shop next, which means that as long as we jump before the next solar flare, which is going to be close. Man, we've got a ton of stores. So we are hopefully going to get our choice. Drone control, I probably am going to go ahead and take that. It'd be nice to get some other crew members, but I'm going to sell these because I don't want an anti-ship drone. I don't like using drones offensively. We get a defense drone too, which is optimal. We can't get an NG, but I'm going to hold off on getting the Mantis. First off, I'm going to close all these doors. There is a hotkey to do this, which is X, but I mostly have my fingers on the 1, 2, and 3 keys, so why don't you go repair that while we're sitting here. So my options here, since I've got 49 scrap, there are 2 stores, but I found what I wanted. I can just upgrade my ship now and get myself a defense drone, which honestly is really, really tempting. I actually need 1 more scrap to do it, because... Actually, no, I don't, because the next upgrade's 45. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. The other stores, honestly, the only thing that I would really like to see is a weapon pre-igniter, which basically means with the second you arrive, your weapons are ready to fire. But that costs, I think, 100 scrap, which I am nowhere near having at all. So there's no point in doing that. I don't have anything to sell, and now I've got a defense drone when I need it. I'm gonna dock and try and rescue the survivors. I risk losing a crew member here, and I can't afford to do that. This, I think, risks damage to my ship. Yeah, which is exactly what happened, but I did get 11 scrap. Totally not worth it. But hey, let's check out this distress signal. I can give them fuel. They give me a breach missile, which is pretty sweet. It's not actually worth much to me personally. I'm gonna hit this store. I'm gonna sell that breach missile and maybe get some repair. I don't want any of those, but I will sell this. A value of 35. I'll pick up 3 fuel. I mean, basically I traded 2 fuel for 35 scrap, which is amazing. That's a great trade. And buying it back, it's basically a net profit of 29 fuel, or 29 scrap. So 41 scrap isn't going to be enough to help me with a lot of stuff, or with a lot of buying. So I'm actually going to jump back. That was unfortunate that that cost me the ability to continue on. But we know this place is safe. I'm going to go here because I can still, I think, get to some of those planets or those jump points around. So they are charging their FTL. They do not have missiles, but I am going to target their engines with a missile of my own. Though, okay, yeah, the chances of them getting through is pretty slim. Burst laser is ready, nice. If their FTL comes back online and it says FTL charging, then I will use a missile. But until then, I'm going to hold it in reserve, since their shields are pretty damaged right now. I'm probably going to keep targeting them. They're only yellow, they're not fully disabled, which means they'll probably get a shield back by the time I fire, which is in fact not the case. So if they get anywhere close to jumping, I'll just destroy them. My other option was to target their steering, because that would have done the same thing. It would have disabled their ability to jump. We get a fuel, 2 missiles, and some scrap. So net profit on the missiles. I'm pretty sure I can make it to... I think I can hit 2 more, so I'm going to go a little crazy here. I will defend the outpost. They do not have missiles again, they have a beam and a laser. I'm pretty sure I can just eat this. This is a problem. They are going to just wreak havoc on my O2, which I can't afford. I'm going to let them group up. I might just fire a missile at the drone control. I've got enough missiles. So right now, it's not going to do anything. It's going to sit there and just take it and be destroyed. The downside of this is that he did breach the hull there, and these guys are going to take a lot of damage. So you go back in there and kill it. Alright. I need you guys to go. That was a dumb path to take, but they're okay. I'm going to pull off my... I need both my shields right now. Oh, wait, I have extra power because I'm not powering my defense drone. This is really unfortunate and they're driving me crazy. I really just want to end this right now. Luckily my O2 is okay. I really do just want them to die though. Alright, so... fuel, a drone part, and a scrap. And then the outpost that hails me gives me some nice here. So I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to go in here and quickly destroy this. I'm going to have to run these guys back and forth between the med bay because they're going to take a lot of damage. But hopefully this will give them some decent combat experience. With 87 scrap, just briefly look, I should be able to make it to the exit before the rebels show up, and I have optimized effectively my path. The double back was a bit unfortunate, but sometimes it just happens that way. So it's gone, which means that they can start repairing this. I don't think they're gonna... So now that the breach is repaired, that's slowly gonna fill itself. I now need to send them to the oxygen room, which is ironically devoid of oxygen, but, you know, there's not much I can do about that. I can't remove the irony of that situation. Don't know why that door is open. I have a feeling I left it there from when there was fire. So that's fixed. I'm just going to have them heal real fast. It's always better to be entirely prepared before the next jump if you have the time to spend to do it. If you're sitting outside of a sun that's, you know, setting your ship on fire, you know, leave. The chance of you actually getting ahead of that, ahead of the damage that you're taking from the fire, is really slim because fire just eats through health. Asteroid fields, if you've got enough shield, effectively don't matter. But the sun is like the worst thing. We're never going to surrender to slavers. So, after last run, which was like yo-ho missiles forever, I'm going to put power into the engines, increase our evasion. So they got 2 shots and a bomb. I'm just gonna fire a missile. Because they missed with that. And that just makes me feel safer. Because... Okay. Apparently I did some crazy damage there, which is awesome. I will accept their offer. And we will have an NG. And he will sit in the engine room for now. I mean, basically we saved his life. It's unfortunate that the other slaves are still on this ship. I'd love to get him off, but... Fortunately, the game won't let me do that. I am going to make it to the exit just in time. I knew it was going to be close. I will defend the outpost. Hey, look! They have missiles and a drone. So I'm going to pull off the med bay and the engine here and put out a defense drone. This is actually going to be another... Yeah, basically this... An attack drone basically constantly removes 1. We're about to take some damage right here. That's really unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. I don't expect you to be able to help. So this will actually keep us neutral, believe it or not. Let's let the oxygen start getting back into these rooms. Hit X to close all the doors. If some of those weapons start popping back up, we can power up that defense drone again. Okay, that's really unfortunate. I was not expecting that drone to fire that fast. So I can either... I don't like doing that, but I absolutely hate drones. That attack drone is firing so fast, it's shenanigans. I'm going to keep putting it into the shields. This basically means that the next burst laser hit will take them out. The chance of them repairing everything that they need to repair in that amount of time is very slim. Which means that should end them. So we got 3 fuel, a drone part, and 13 scrap, and then we get 3 fuel, a drone part, and 19 scrap. We are doing really well on scrap. I'm going to have you heal real fast. NG, please. Sorry, Frederick. Frederick, please repair the engines. Alright, I'll have you heal up real fast. I forgot I am not powering that. We no longer need to power the defense drone, which is unfortunate because we're just going to leave it behind. Can't jump until the pilot is in his seat. So we get to either go to rock or civilian. Civilian I think is just better. I think the green is just going to be better off for us. We're not, like, particularly weak right now, but we're definitely not overly strong. Our hull is getting kind of low. I'm tempted to let us try and get to just 1 hull. Yeah, it's a rebel cruiser. They are trying to escape, which is okay. They have, I think, not enough to get us, so I'm just going to target their engines. I'll put the burst lasers onto the shields, because eventually we're going to have to destroy them, and 2 shields is going to be really annoying to deal with. Their FTL is still charging, which is unfortunate for us. But considering that I have only missiles to get through, the jump is not imminent, and we managed to get through to their shields. I don't think I'm going to fire another missile if I don't have to. If I can put out the second layer of their shields, like that, then I will see how fast they start. They are focusing on repairing their shields. So their FTL will be continuing to be delayed. If they are about to escape, I will fire a missile, but if I do not have to, I really don't want to. The other thing I could do is also choose to target their steering. At this point, it's kind of a moot issue, though. Whatever I hit, it will destroy them. So we get a drone part and 22 scrap. Not bad. Exactly what I was looking for. I'm going to jump to this door and then weave my way back, see what we can get. I'd like to get some beneficial augmentations. Drone recovery arm might be nice, because it means that if you use drones, you won't have to worry about them. I'll never have to buy another drone, but chances are I'm not going to have to buy a drone anyway. This is kind of tough. Cloaking is not worth it. A, I'd have to sell something, and B, I don't think cloaking's honestly all that good. It's nice, it's convenient, but it is not worth the cost of 150, especially because you can't fire out of it. If you get cloaking weapons as well, then that's pretty darn good, but at the same time, that's a really expensive combination. Crew teleporter is very useful, but right now we don't have the crew to actually effectively use it. We have enough crew to man our systems and nothing extra. Now, we could end up with extra crew later, but honestly, none of these are looking particularly good. Because we have missiles, FTL Jammer is not all that helpful either. So I'm going to jump to this point, and then we'll get to the other shop. There's a pretty good chance we won't find anything else better, but it's worth a shot. Once again, I don't think we have anything to worry from these guys. We've got one ion and one beam. That's not going to make it through our shields. Interesting that we're not charging. I'm curious as to how that got through our shields. I wasn't paying attention. Is that a pike beam? I don't want to risk it again. For some reason, we don't have... I'm trying to figure out why I do not have the ability to add that as I want. Let's put some damage into their shields here, which is not working. That could very well be a pike beam, which would explain exactly why. I'm very concerned with the fact that I cannot put any more power into my engines, and I don't know why that's the case. It looks like it's disabled by an ion shot, but it's not. We've got the beam out again, but it's just the beam. I need to put pressure on those shields while I have the chance. Now I can put some blaster fire into their weapons. If we're lucky, we'll get it off before the next wave of attacks. So we've completely disabled all of that, which is good. We've apparently set them on fire. This seems to happen actually quite a bit recently, and I'm not particularly sure why, because most of my weapons are low chance of fire. We get 4 fuel and 36 scrap, which is amazing. We're going to be able to afford whatever the hell we want out of this store. I could go a little nuts. And I think I will. I'm going to get us up to halfway. We're still going to need some power to power this, so Burko, if you would please repair that. I'm going to get myself some more power. That way I should be able to power everything I need. And if worse comes to worst, I can pull some stuff off to power the drone. I think that's my next priority, though. Although what I really need to do is upgrade my cameras, because I need to see what danger I'm sending Burko into. Because the last thing I want to do is get him killed. I mean, it sounds bad, but he wasn't cheap. Which to me says that hopefully he was a good worker. Yes, I know this isn't fully repaired yet. Ah, so we can beam directly on the station to avoid detection. Interesting. Once on board, your crew is able to access and download the long-range scanner archive information. Cool. So... So those exclamation points mean that there's a ship. I'm actually going to wait for this to be repaired. Because it's almost repaired, I might as well wait, just in case. Yeah, this might be the best path. I'm not a fan of going there, but it might be okay for us. We'll see how much time we actually have. So once again, I think we're okay. Depends on what beam weapon that is. But I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. So we did some nice damage to the shields, that's really good. So one of the things that I need to consider doing is adding another point into shield, so even if I'm not powering it, okay, for some reason now I can add that to the engines, which I might as well do. I'm really tempted to send Burko in there. 2 fuel, 2 missiles, 15 scrap. We're running kind of low on missiles, so I'm going to accept that offer, actually. And I'm going to use that to upgrade the cameras. I just want to see what we're up against in a lot of these cases. Because I would love to start teleporting. So as you can see, we now can see inside their ship. I'm pretty sure I've upgraded sensors in one of my previous episodes. So what we're going to do here... They do have missiles. So this is going to be interesting. I actually need to pull this, power that, but I would like to teleport him here. Give him some experience. And at the same time, we're going to keep him busy there. Because Mariah is going to defeat them. Sorry. So now I need to pull her back since she's damaged. If I can get away with it, I would really like to kill everybody. Like, I want Burko to kill everybody. I know that sounds weird, but I want Burko to kill everyone because it's going to increase his combat stats significantly. And also, you end up getting better results from killing everybody on the enemy ship. And we've got enough time. I forget what... I need to remember these hotkeys because it's going to be really important. I think it's T. I'm going to have to wait until it becomes available. So I'm running away just because she's kind of low. R. Okay, that's good. But because we've got this defense drone, we're defending against these missiles, and because we've got 2 shields, that shot is never getting through. And we're getting some pretty cool stuff, like our pilot just leveled up. I'm pretty sure it's no longer R to send. It is T to send. So we're just going to kill this person. And then we are going to get significantly better rewards. So we get 3 fuel and 36 scrap, and then we get the 28 scrap. That is amazing. That is awesome. This is why transport is amazing. You can do so much damage, and as long as you can, if you bunker down and can defend yourself relatively indefinitely, you can just wreak havoc on the enemy, which is awesome. I'm gonna go here. We're gonna see what we've got and redistribute power. I'm gonna attack the pirate. They might send stuff at us. So I see lasers and missiles. I'm gonna disable this. Well, I see bombs and lasers. I think this is a dual shot laser, which means we could be in some trouble. But we're gonna wait for their incoming. And we're gonna fight like this. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the first missile that I can into their weapons, just in case. So now I gotta really watch health here. One of them's dead. Now we're dual teaming. Okay, so we're gonna get you guys back and healed up. And what I'd really like to do is power the burst laser instead. This could get me in a little bit of trouble if they fix all that, but I'm hoping if we can get our shields to upgrade fast, we can put... Nice, we can do that, and then we can transport you here. He's really low. Alright, so we've killed one. They're double teaming, which is really unfortunate because you must flee. So we're gonna put burst lasers back into here again. Alright, so now they're trying to escape, which is bad because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stop them. But their FTL is delayed. So if I can send you guys back in there. That was unfortunate. Our drone control is down, but if we can kill him... So that was bad, but we did defeat them. And we get a lot of stuff for it. So, we'll call our men back. I know I took shields off on a very important mission, but... Frederick, if you would repair this, please. If you would heal yourself. Shields are almost full. Burko, you are full. But if we look, Burko's already almost at the next level in fighting, which just means that Burko will take the... I don't know if Burko is a male or female name, but Burko will absolutely destroy. He will wreck people, and we are at 117 scrap. I should really upgrade my power so that I don't have to do this juggling. It's really tempting. Especially because... Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. I'm going to add 2 power. This means that I can juggle power more effectively. In fact, I can power everything now, if I have to. Which is great because that means our evasion has increased. And, you know what, we're going to try it. Chances are I'm just going to lose sensors. Okay, we lose half our power. So because we've lost half our power, we have to prioritize. We want burst lasers. We don't need medbay. We want 2 shields. We're going to slowly run out of oxygen, but I'm pretty sure I can effectively trade. If it really starts taking that long, I would really, really like to send over Burko. The only problem is we have to spare power to do that. And we don't have vision. But if we keep pumping rounds into it, basically the only thing that we've lost here is our shields, but I really do need to keep the hurt on their weapons. So what I'm going to do is, because we've got one of their weapons down, I'm pretty sure it's their double shot, we're going to do this because I need that. Hopefully they won't double team, because double teaming is where we're going to be in trouble. Alright, they are double teaming. But I have the power to remove this. So I'm now going to immediately run you to the med bay, which isn't going to help. So I think it's just time that I end them. Let's be honest. I don't have enough power for that med bay, and one shield is enough. It just doesn't ever feel like enough. We know that there are 2 people there. I'm pretty sure 2 is all that's left. Burko can handle it, but we're gonna have to play it safe and a little tight to the chest. So I'm going to beam him into oxygen, because oxygen's a pretty good thing to go after. And they'll have to respond, and they'll have to make a choice. This is not the choice that I want to have to make, though. Do I want to accept their surrender? He's about to die, so no. Yeah, so we win. They're not going to have repaired their weapons in time to deal damage back to me. So once again, we get like 36 scrap and 3 fuel. That's so good. So we're going to quickly unpower our weapons here, get our oxygen back. This is why I don't like nebulas. Because if you don't have a lot of power, you find yourself stuck. If you can barely power what you have, you just end up between a rock and a hard place. And that's kind of the point, but that's why I really avoid nebulas. Excuse me. So I'm pretty sure everybody's full health. I kind of want the oxygen just go up a little bit. I mean, we're jumping to a place that we actually know isn't any danger, so I really shouldn't be any concerned. I could probably have made it one more jump, but I didn't want to risk it. We're just going to go to the next sector. I'm sorry, I don't feel like going to the Mantis homeworlds. That's a really good way to get your crew members killed. So, I'd really like to run into a store, and my guess, we're going to hit more places this way, so that's the way that I'm going to go. Now, we don't have anything powered right now, which is bad. So we get a heavy laser Mark 1. That's kind of nice. So now we can go full laser if we don't want to use missiles, which we're doing okay with missiles right now, so it's not all that concerning, but it gives us an option, and also we could possibly find a store and sell it. Not that I think we really need to sell it. Alright, so this is actually exactly what we want, so we're going to immediately transport you to weapons, because NGs cannot fight. They are not good at fighting. This is not the assortment of weapons that I want to see, though. Unfortunately, I can't fire on weapons so long as they're fighting in there. That's 3 shots. Oh my gosh. So what I'm going to do is recall you. Oh my gosh, I did not even notice that I was on fire that badly. So this is very, very unfortunate. You need to leave. We need to vent this out into space. So we are going to be shieldless here really soon, which means I need to trade this out. I guess we do have the power. But if this doesn't drain fast enough, we're going to be in some trouble. And now we've got beam weapons. Beam weapons are the #1 way to die. We have no shields. We need this. Shot 3 damage. Oh man. We were getting torn apart and we missed. That shot missed. Okay. Damage control, damage control. Okay, our oxygen is knocked out. That's really bad. You need to go fix that immediately. Otherwise we were never going to be able to repair that room. So now our med bay is on fire. You guys just need to get out. We need to just drain all... We don't have control of doors anymore. And we're dead. Oh, that was so unfortunate. We were doing so well, too, and we just got wrecked. Well, I guess it makes for a shorter episode, but it was a lot of fun. I thought we were going to do a lot better. Unfortunately, that fight just went really, really poorly, and we weren't even ready to jump, so we had no way of escaping. I think the only way I could have played that differently by not sending Burko across to the other ship and just firing immediately on the weapons. I knew that was going to be a bad combination, but I only thought that was a 1 or 2 shot. I did not think that was a 3-shot laser, and that ended up really wrecking us. So it was my lack of paying attention. But hey, that's FTL. It's not a nice game. It does what it wants, and it hurts you real bad. I also should have spent this on more shields. But hey, it was a lot of fun, and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and or favorite the video. It's really corny, and every YouTuber says it, but it really helps a lot, because it means that our audience is interacting with us, and that's actually what I really want in general as well. I'd love to see people who are enjoying what they see. So go ahead and do that, and if you would like to see more, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It really makes my day when I know that I'm making videos that people are going to enjoy and watch. So if you do that, that's fantastic. And hopefully, I'll see you guys next time.